Remember that morning after I did the zero guard buzz cut and I just made all these videos all at once but only released 3 at a time? So then you get confused on the passing of the time, like, wait, what day is it now for me? I'm in March, but he's still in February? What? All right, so yeah, this is one of those days. This is a response I got from 4 hair loss lies that young balding men believe. That was one of my last videos I did before I shaved off my hair, buzzed it off. And I feel that this is going to be one of those underrated videos that I do. I wish all of you would watch this video. It's so important. Joe Black had this to say, quote, "Cheers. Plus, balding is natural in men. It's not like it's a sickness or a disease, LOL. I've talked to many girls and women, and they told me that a balding head, which guys try to hide with comb overs, uneven length on cuts, finger comb, etc., is the worst. For them, it's disgusting, and they see these guys as weak and insecure. This actually turns them off. If you're balding, keep it short, if not short, at least clean and even, or the best is to buzz it, not necessarily shave it off," end quote. So this comment was left during the time I was shaving this off, and hey, so a video that I made with hair, and then this comment was left kind of in between, and now that I don't have hair, I definitely can especially be an example of what it's talking about. Even at the last line, that it's best to buzz, but not necessarily shave it off. Because, you know, I think for a lot of people, I can say, yeah, I shaved my head, and no one really would question that. But on this channel, of course, there's that technicality that unless you're talking about a razor and shaving cream and having the shine, then it's not actually shaving it. So it's a technicality, because even now I want to say I shaved my head, but I didn't. It reminds me of on my other channel, Family Friendly Daddy Blog, the YouTube channel. I always want to be able to say that my mom is half Mexican and that I'm a quarter Mexican, but I can't, because people from outside of America always correct me and say, well, you can't be a quarter Mexican because Mexican is a nationality. It's not an ethnicity. But in America, you can go around saying I'm a quarter Mexican and no one questions it because they understand what I mean by that. And I feel that buzzing versus shaving is one of those things. But either way, I just wanted to point that out. Now, moving forward with this comment here, I just wanted us all to have a reminder of. So I've made some of the most popular videos of where I interview women and I ask them their honest thoughts on men balding. And what those videos serve as, okay, so here's what's funny. Let me say it this way. The point of those videos, okay, I don't have to leave yet. The point of those videos ultimately was to show men that are younger than me, that are losing more hair than me, hey, girls aren't judging you on your hair, they're judging you on all these other things. I asked the girls, I said, what do you find to be attractive in men? And then what do they say? That he's kind, that he's funny, that he cares for me, all these things, you know? And I always have to bring up the hair thing, and even then they seem taken off by like, why would I care about that? And they say, and if anything, they'll say, well, if he's balding, just shave it off. You know, and it's like kind of like a passive, like, why do you even ask me? That's a stupid question, kind of thing. But here's so the whole point of those videos was to prove to younger men with serious balding, they're not judging you on your hair, they're judging you on all these other things. That's a common theme I say in all my videos, right? That was the point, to remind guys of that, to interview real girls, real women about this, and then the viewer was supposed to say, oh wow, now that I've seen this, I've been making a big deal out of nothing. That was the intended effort of those videos. But instead, it's not what happened. What happened instead was, because men who are much younger than me, who are very insecure, what they do is they see that and they say, no, those girls are lying. They're lying. So what happens is the young balding man, his own level of insecurity reveals itself when he hears the truth. And that's why I'm so grateful for those of you who subscribe, who watch my videos regularly, because if you're in that situation and you're hearing my brainwashing as your cult leader every day, what happens is you start to realize, wow, it really does take an insecure guy to assume that women are lying when they say that they don't care about your hair. They care that you are charming and funny and skilled and confident. All of those things is what they care about. But an insecure guy is going to say, she's lying. That's the voice of an insecure guy saying that. The voice of a secure guy, with or without hair, knows the truth. They're telling the truth. And if anything, if you're balding, then like this comment says, get rid of the hair, right? That is reality, but an insecure guy will hear that and think it's a lie. Let me say that again. When you're insecure, you can hear the truth and you instantly think it's a lie. But when you are secure, or you're becoming more secure in yourself, you realize it is the truth. And it may take a little bit more to get there, to truly live that out in your life, but ultimately you're recognizing it is truth. So just keep that in mind. Don't let your insecurity cloud your ability to accept what is truth versus what is just your own insecurity blinding you. I'm right now on Netflix. I'm going through a second time and watching Doctor Strange. About 33 minutes into the movie, there's a line in there talking about, so many people want to attack the enemy when first they need to attack and address their own demons. Okay? And I just love that line. That's one of my favorite parts of the movie when they say that. So let me say it again. We spend so much time worrying about our enemies when really the issue we need to be working on is our own demons. And when we do that, perhaps we have less enemies to begin with. I've definitely learned that in my own life as it relates back to the thing I always talk about, that it is always a choice to be offended and insulted. You can choose to never be insulted, offended like Nick Shell does, but most people won't accept that power. They want to give power over their emotions to other people. They stay weak and insecure. And those are good words to use in this video, as they were used in the comment. Even disgusting. Let me close with this. So I'm working on a project as a freelancer. Keep in mind, now I'm no longer just doing YouTube videos for my own fun and making a little bit of money on the side, nor my blog. Can you imagine that this has actually led to me getting a pretty steady gig, freelance? And so one of the things I had to do for my job is I had to go through all these websites, through different websites of companies, and compare them to decide how to make the company I'm working for on the side, how to make their website look, like what to do right, what to do wrong compared to the other websites. And on one of the websites, it has this man who is in an esteemed position at the company. I don't know, I'm guessing he's in his late 50s, early 60s, I don't know. But what I do know is his hair. His hair was so bad that all he literally had, he just had this. That's all he had. But his comb over, and he had dark brown hair. So he only had enough comb over to do this. That's all he could even do. So as I saw him in all these different pictures, it looked bad in every single one of them. But one of them, it was just like this, like a sash. Another, it was kind of like this, it was like a forked out like that. And then another was just kind of almost like backwards. It looked horrible. And I thought, here this guy is in his late 50s, early 60s, and he's still held back. He's still clinging on to the belief that he can feel like that he needs to have hair. The opposite effect is taking place. A guy like me is making a video that 3,000 people plus will see, and they're going to hear about this guy that they'll never actually see the picture, but I'm just vaguely talking about it. But that guy represents so many people. Now granted, he's an extreme version of what happens as men are not coming to terms with that hair doesn't make, that actually hair is such a confidence crutch to so many people that it actually holds them back. Just like it holds back so many young men, younger than me, less hair, and anytime someone tries to tell them the truth, that if you're losing your hair, just shave it off or buzz it off, and that women will still find you attractive, it may be even more attractive, especially if you're a confident person, they say, no, that is a lie. Those girls are lying. But remember, that is insecurity coming out of you. Bleh, insecurity, bleh, insecurity. Bleh.